Hi there folks, and welcome to another Quarantine Trivia Short Round. My name's Sean, I will be your host as usual. So today our short round is going to be all about Breaking Bad. I hope you're a fan of Breaking Bad, that is, not of meth. That's not quite so good for you. So as usual, 10 questions, in, out, and I hope you enjoy it. So here we go, straight in with question number 1. So, what is Gus Fring's henchman Mike's surname? Okay, so what is Gus Fring's henchman's Mike's surname? It's not that easy to say, actually. Okay, on to question number 2. What area of science does Walt teach at school? Okay, so Walt is a science teacher. Which of the sciences does he teach? Okay. Question number 3. The highest rated episode on IMDb, scoring a perfect 10 out of 10 with over 110,000 votes, shares its name with the work of a famous. Stop. I'll just cut it. Okay, question number 3, here we go. So, the highest rated episode on IMDb, scoring a perfect 10 out of 10 with over 110,000 votes, shares its name with the work of famous poet Percy Shelley. Name it. Essentially, what is the name of the episode? It shares its name with work of famous poet Percy Shelley. Okay, I think this was Season 5, Episode 14, if that helps you at all, more than the clue. Okay, question number 4. Which food does Walt infamously throw onto the roof of his house? Okay, so there's a scene where Walt throws food onto the roof of the house. What type of food is it? And question number 5. Name the famous author of the book Hank reads to discover Walt's true identity. Okay, so that's how Walt gets caught out, really. He's got a book that's had a message in it, if I remember rightly. So who was the author of that book? Okay, question number 6. What is the name of Skinny Pete's accomplice? Okay, so there's what is the name of Skinny Pete's accomplice? There's not really a better way to say that. Question number 7. Gus Fring's meth super lab is based underneath a warehouse. What does the above ground business specialise in? Okay, so there's a legitimate business above the meth lab. What is the legitimate business? What do they specialise in? Okay, question number 8. Which Star Wars director directed arguably the most polarising episode of the entire series, called Fly? I personally liked this episode from what I remember, but it was a bit of a different one. So again, which Star Wars director directed arguably the most polarising episode of the entire series, called Fly? Question number 9. What nickname does Jesse give the RV he uses with Walt to cook meth? So obviously before they got the super lab beneath the legitimate business from the past question, they used to cook in a meth lab, in an RV. What was the RV called? Okay, and question number 10. So this is a 2-pointer. 2 elements from the periodic table, BR and BA, are used in the Breaking Bad title image. Simple question. Name these elements that those each of those 2 letters represents. Okay, so BR and BA are symbols on the periodic table. Which elements do they represent? Okay, so if you need a bit more time, obviously feel free to pause the video or give it a bit of a rewind. You know, it's there's not anything up for grabs here, so feel free to take all the time that you need. But in the meantime, we're going to move on with the answers here now. But just before we do that, I'm just going to say we are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're online as well at quarantinetrivia.seanholroyd.com. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/quarantinetriv. If you can give us a like, a share, a follow, a subscribe, any or all of the above, it would be very much appreciated. The other URL you'll see at the top left is www.kidsneededucation.org. This is for a charity based here in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. It helps to run the only free primary school in the whole of Phnom Penh. Basically all the schools are run for profit here, but it's an extremely poor country, so a lot of people can't afford to send their children to school. This school provides everything for the children that it can, so if you're able to make a donation, even $1, a pound, or whatever your local currency is, all the content we provide here is free of charge. So if you have been entertained, just think what you would maybe normally pay at a pub quiz. Maybe just make a small donation there, or anywhere else that you feel is worthy. Okay, so moving on. So, question number 1, what is Gus Fring's henchman Mike's surname? So the answer there is Ehrmantraut. It's Mike Ehrmantraut. He also appears in Better Call Saul. Okay, so question number 2, which area of science does Walt teach at school? I hope this one should be quite obvious. He teaches chemistry, or taught chemistry, I guess we should say. Question number 3, the highest rated episode on IMDb, scoring a perfect 10 out of 10 with over 110,000 votes, shares its name with the work of a famous poet, Percy Shelley. Name it. That episode is called Ozymandias. Okay, Ozymandias. Question number 4, which food does Walt infamously throw onto the roof of the house? Well, what he throws up there, and it stays up there for a while, is a pizza. Now, I believe they actually expected to have to do lots and lots of takes to get this right, so they bought a lot of pizza, and they got it right on the first take, so all the crew got a lot of free pizza to eat that day. There we go. So, question number 5, name the famous author of the book Hank reads to discover Walt's true identity. Well, that author is Walt Whitman. Okay, Walt Whitman. Well done if you got that. I wouldn't have remembered it. Question number 6, what is the name of Skinny Pete's accomplice? Well, that is Badger. Badger. Okay, question number 7, Gus Fring's Meth Superlab is based underneath a warehouse. What does the above ground business specialise in? They are a laundry company. Okay, a laundry company. Question number 8, which Star Wars director directed arguably the most polarising episode in the entire series, Fly? That director was Rian Johnson. Also, I believe he was pretty polarising in the Star Wars movies as well, to be honest. Okay, question number 9. What nickname does Jesse give to the RV he uses to cook meth with Walt? He calls it the Crystal Ship. Okay. And question number 10, the two elements from the periodic table, Br and Ba, which are used in the Breaking Bad title image, what are they? They are, of course, bromine and barium. Bromine and barium, so 1 point for each of those. So well done if you managed to get all of those, and if you did well. Okay, so thank you very much for taking part. As I said before, please give us a like, a follow, a share, a subscribe, or what other possible social media sharing options that you have available. As I say, we're at facebook.com/quarantinetriv and quarantinetrivia.seanholroyd.com. We're also on, we have a YouTube channel as well. We don't currently have a short name for that yet. Hopefully we will soon. Also, yep, feel free to give us a share, a like, because that all helps us very, very much. Lets us know if you're enjoying the quizzes. As I say, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, thank you very much, and good night.